Let us withdraw our mind from all the Jagata, Jagatyam, Jagat. There are two worlds. One is outside world and one is inside world. Outside world is God's creation, inside world is my creation. Jagatyam, Jagatam. God's world is very beautiful. The problem is with my world. My world is not beautiful. In my world, there are problems. So let us withdraw the mind from entire idam and focus on our body. That is one of the best way to withdraw from one gross to another gross. Let us relax our head completely, our brain, left brain, right brain. Let us relax our face, shoulders, especially jaw and shoulders are the areas where a lot of stress happens. Just check your tongue. If the tongue is touching on the top, that means some stress is there. Tongue must be down. Many times under stress, the tongue is on the top. Relax our chest, back, hands, buttocks, thighs, knees, calf muscles, feet. From head to toe, the body is relaxed, healthy, and still. A still body is a sign of health or death. Let us shift the attention to subtler breath, constantly going on since we are born. Inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation. Just feel the breath where it is touching inside the nostrils. That is still more subtler sadhana. We must be able to figure out where the breath is touching inside the nostril. The mind starts becoming more and more subtler with this sadhana. Still more subtler sadhana is when the inhalation becomes exhalation. There is a small gap. In that gap, Brahman is there. That is what Bhagwan Mahadev says in his 108 meditations. When the breath reverses between exhalation and exhalation, inhalation and exhalation, there is Brahman. So these are all subtler ways to go deeper and deeper. Unless the mind becomes subtler, we will not be able to get the subtlest. Let us focus on our emotions, constantly changing. Let us observe the emotions where the emotions' power slowly reduces once we start observing. Let us focus on our thoughts. Gurudev says 24/7 we must observe our thoughts. That is one of the greatest meditation. What kind of thoughts I am thinking, keeping, letting go. Which kind of thoughts are remaining in my mind without my permission. Which kind of thoughts are again and again coming, which are out of these thoughts which are helping me towards my goal or they are taking me away from my goal. This is an important meditation practice. Let us shift our awareness from the thoughts to the observer. Let us become aware of the awareness. One who is the illuminator of the thoughts. Even if 1 minute we are able to keep the attention on the awareness, it is a great step in meditation. I know that I am. This is indisputable sentence. Let us invoke God's grace, Gurudev's blessings, Adi Shankaracharya's blessings as we are doing Upanishad. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मवित्परम्। First two or all the entire one?
We can chant all.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Isavasyamidagam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Punjithaha Magratakasya Svidhanam Kurvanneveha Karmani Jijivishe Chatagam Samaha Evam Tvai Nanyate Tosti Na Karma Lipyate Nare Asurya Namate Lokaha Anthena Tamasa Vrataha Tagamste Pretya Vigachanti Yeke Chatmahano Janaha Anejadekam Manasojaviyah Nainadeva Apnuvan Purva Marshat Tadhavatonya Tishtat Tasminnapo Matarishvadadhati Tadejati Tannejati Taddure Tadvantike तदंतरस्य सर्वस्य तदु सर्वस्यास्य बाह्यतः यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मन्येवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मैवाभूद्विजानतः तत्र कः मोहः कः शोकः एकत्वमनुपश्यतः सपर्यगात् शुक्रमकायमव्रणम् अस्नाविरगं शुद्धमपापविद्धं कविर्मनीषी परिभू स्वयंभूः याथा तच्छतोर्थान् व्यदतात् शाश्वतीभ्यः समाभ्यः अन्धं तमः प्रविशन्ति ये अविद्यामुपासते ततो भूयैव ते तमः य उविद्यायागं रताः अन्यदेवाहुर्विद्यया अन्यदाहुरविद्यया इति शुश्रुमधीराणां येनस्तत्पिचचक्षिरे विद्यां च यस्तत्वेदोभयगं सः अविद्या मृत्युं तीर्त्वा विद्ययामृतमश्नुते अन्धं तमः प्रविशन्ति ये असम्भूतिमुपासते ततो भूयैव ते तमः य उसम्भूत्यागं रताः अन्यदाहुरसम्भवात् इति शुश्रुमधीराणां येनस्तद्विचचक्षिरे सम्भूतिं च विनाशं च यस्तत्वेदोभयगं सः विनाशेन मृत्युं तीर्त्वा सम्भूत्यामृतमश्नुते हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषन्न पावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये पूषन्ने कर्षे यमः सूर्यप्राजापत्य व्यूहरश्मीन् समूहतेजः यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतमं तत्ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि वायुरनिलममृतमथेदं भस्मान्तगं शरीरम् ॐ क्रतोस्मरक्रतगं स्मर अग्नेनय सुपथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नम उक्तिं विधेम ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Very nice, Vidya. There is one mantra in this which comes in, you would have heard in Upanishad Ganga. Hiranyamayena Bhatkan. When that mantra will come, we will analyze. So now we are doing first mantra, which is the entire Upanishad. So Om Isavasyam Idagam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagata. So this is the first sentence. So what it means, we saw last time that two meanings. This entire world, in the world is pervaded by Isha, the ruler. God, Brahman, whatever. We are going to discuss what is Isha. From fourth verse, what is Isha is going to be taken up. The second meaning also is that Vasyam means it's an advice, it's a suggestion. So what has been told to us is that pervade this entire world with Isha. Now how can I pervade? Who am I? So pervade means have a vision that this entire world is permeated, clothed by Isha in and out. It is Brahman only. It is consciousness. That is a vision I need to develop. And Uttam Adhikari, when the Uttam Adhikari listens to this, immediately all the divisions go away and the oneness is created. Now for other adhikaris, why we are not able to pervade Isavasyam Idagam Sarvam? Because second sentence is there. Because Tena Tyaktena, we are not ready to renounce the false. We are not ready to renounce the three vasanas, the three desires, Putrena, Putreshna, Vitteshna, Lokeshna. The desire for pleasure, relationship, family, the desire for money, fame, power, the desire for wealth and related power, and desire for appreciation and fame from these people and this world. We are not ready to let go the idam, and that's the reason we are not able to pervade this. And what is the result of this? Then we try to possess the world, then we try to covet. So, Ma Grudha, do not covet anything. Why? Kasya Svidhanam, nothing. What belongs to you? What will go from this life to next life? That is one question I have to write down. After I go to next life, what all things I am going to take from this life to next life? I must make a list. We have a bucket list. We have a to-do list. So we have to make one more list that from this life to next life, what all things I am going to take with me. Then I will realize that what belongs to me? Nothing belongs to me. Everything I have to let go. No, but family is mine. No, husband is mine, wife is mine, children are mine. Bhagavan says, Kasya Svidhanam, what belongs to you? Tell me. It belongs to you or it belongs to me? And that's the reason the word is very important. He says, Isha, I am the ruler. Who are you? You say you are the ruler. If you are the ruler, it belongs to you. Belongs to you. So, Isavasyam Idagam Sarvam Jagatyam Jagat. As we mentioned, there are two worlds. This is very interesting and important to note. Why this Jagatyam Jagat? There is one Ishwar creation, God's creation, and then is my creation. The problem is with my creation. The sun is rising, moon is shining, wind is blowing, trees are full of fruits and flowers are there, but there is one thought in my mind, morning, only one thought troubles me. Morning to evening, only one thought. This is our experience. So my world is a problematic world. God's world is very beautiful. Jagatyam Jagata. Oh, that means I must not be ambitious, not greedy. That is the point we stopped last time. So Bhagavan says, do not have greed. Ma Grudha means do not have greed. So greed and growth, there is a difference. That means I should not grow only. I should not earn more money. I should not create a family. I should not have more progeny. I must not ask for more cows. In earlier Taittiriya Upanishad, we saw the rishis ask so many cows. I want so many gold coins. But there is a difference. In greed comes out of insecurity. Growth comes out of inspiration. In greed, I am okay with any means. Very important point. In growth, the means also become important. By what means I am getting this. The means of earning money must be noble. That is very important. So that's the reason this Shastra was given to Raja. This Shastra was given to administrators. And so they were very careful. What is the source of money coming to me? Is the source noble or is it a problematic source? In greed, a person focuses on what I do not have. Whereas in growth, the person focuses on a noble goal, noble means, and how I can expand, not on what I do not have. Most of our life, our inside world goes on what I do not have, because very few people think actually what I have, what I've got. And benefit to me alone is the greed, whereas in growth, benefit to all. So now we saw one meaning. This is Adi Shankaracharya's meaning, because Bhunjitha, there are two meanings. Protect is the meaning what Adi Shankaracharya has written in the commentary. But there are other meanings of Bhunjitha, that is to enjoy. Renounce, tena tyaktena, and enjoy. Another meaning. So all meanings are very interesting. We'll just take a summary of all the meanings. And then we will see how other commentators have dissected this verse and given different meanings also. So this we saw last time. Renounce and protect yourself from the sorrow. What sorrow Adi Shankaracharya is telling? Sorrow of false appearance. This we are going to discuss now. So we have to be ready. As my favorite dialogue, we have to put helmet and come for this first mantra, because when we start analyzing this mantra, this is a word meaning what we are discussing. Then we are going to analyze, because once we analyze this mantra, we will get the meaning of the Shanti part. Om Purnamada Purnamidam. So what is the second meaning? Renounce and rejoice. What belongs to you? This is a very important point. So let us analyze the chair, what you are sitting right now. The chair belongs to me? Yes, the chair belongs to me. But before some years, this chair was belonging to a retail shop. Then before that, it was belonging to the distributor. Before that, it was belonging to a manufacturer. Before that, it was made up of wood. So it was belonging to the forest. Then it was belonging to the earth. Then belonging to God. So who is the ruler? Who is the Isha of the chair? God. That is how I must use the logic to see the God pervading in everything. No, but this mobile is mine. From today, we must see mobile is the ruler, is God only. Guruji gives one example. When we travel by aircraft or train, no, my seat number, and there is a lot of fighting. We should fight because somebody else sits on that train seat. No, it is my seat. From Bombay to Delhi, it is my seat. But on that seat, how many people would have sat? That seat belonged to hundreds of people, thousands of people. What belongs to me? Suppose now you take money in your hand, in your wallet, that money cash, 100 rupees note would have passed through so many people, and so many people would have said, this is my money. But now today that note is coming to me, so I say it is my money. So we should shift. A spiritual sadhak says, for some time this note has come to me, for some time this seat has come to me, for some times this house has come to me, I will enjoy, rejoice, and let go. Achha, no, but family is mine. No. Now you have to be ready, The same wife and husband belong to hundreds wives and husband earlier. If you take the Jiva Bhava, a spiritual sadhak must ask whether I am this body, what you are referring, which is your wife or husband or children, or the Jiva Bhava. This Jiva Bhava was somebody else's wife and husband and mother-in-law and father-in-law for so many lakhs of lives. What belongs to me? Bhagavan says, what belongs to you? Kasya Svidhanam. So Kasya Svidhanam, we have to have all logics. So from today, Isavasya is saying, focus on the Jiva Bhava, the same body what you are saying belongs to me, my children. That is a Jiva Bhava which has come from Aneka Janma Samprapta. What belongs to you? So now we have taken example of wooden chair, we have taken mobile phone, we have taken train seat, aeroplane seat, we have taken money, we have taken the family members whom we think that they belong to me. So I have the right on them, because we only get angry where we can afford on. That's the reason many people say I can only get angry on my wife or husband because I can afford. I cannot get angry on my boss because the boss doesn't belong to me. So kasya svidhanam is a very important point. And the same chair or anything goes in, when burned, becomes the 5 elements and becomes the earth. But one important shifting, how to practice Isavasyam Idagam Sarvam, we are thinking. But chair is there, jungle was there, woodcutter was there, wood seller was there, manufacturer, distributor, but the chair is still there. The isness aspect, existence aspect is still there of the chair. So that existence aspect we must shift the attention on. That is how I can pervade Isavasyam Idagam Sarvam. So we are using the logic and yukti to understand how I can pervade everything. So once we focus the attention on the isness, then all the elements are pervaded by the isness, and that is Isavasyam Idagam Sarvam. So what is the conclusion? That give up ownership. Acha, suppose we shift still subtler, whether this body, mind, intellect belongs to me? No. This body, mind, intellect belongs to God only. So we must be having an attitude of a trustee like Bharatji, that this body is been given to me by God, this mind is given to me by God, this intellect is given to me by God, and I must return it in good form. When we are born, our body is so nice, it is so flexible. What have we made now with the body? It is overweight, cannot walk, cannot sit down with folding legs. God says, I gave you nice body where you can sit like a frog. If you see small children, they sit like a frog. And now I cannot sit down also. I gave you a beautiful, innocent, cheerful mind when you are born, small children's mind. And now what is the quality of our mind? Impulsive, attached. And I gave you a nice, curious intellect to inquire about me and the world. But then you are inquiring about wrong things. So use this body, mind, intellect also as become a trustee, and then return to me when you going from one body to another body. So this is a very important point, that when we go to the next birth, I must return this body, mind, intellect in nice condition to God. Okay, Bhagavan, take back. I used it for 40, 50, 70 years. Now it is yours. Tera tujhko arpan. Bhagavan says, as I gave you, at least return in some good form. I know with old age it will go down, but at least maintain your weight, maintain some kind of flexibility, maintain cheerfulness, maintain happiness, maintain clarity, and can give back to me. So whatever comes to you from God, that is another interpretation. We are going to summarize all interpretation. One interpretation, one interpreter does that. Whatever comes to you from God, take it as prasad and enjoy. That is Bunjita. Bunjita means enjoy also. And do not covet. Means do not have any attachment, because everything belongs to God. This is very easy to practice and to be remembered, that everything belongs to God. This is a nice thing to remember and then live the world. Live in the world. So what is a practice? Acceptance and faith on God. He is the giver of life and results in our life of our karma. Learn to face with cheer whatever comes, considering his prasad. And this is called as a Jnana Nishta. The first verse is called as a Jnana Nishta, which is meant for advanced sadhaks. One who can renounce one who are sadhana chatushtaya, one who are mumukshu, and they can follow this path and know and realize just by Shravana. So when the Guru would say, just we can imagine the Guru is sitting and he says, Isavasyam idagam sarvam, Jagatyam Jagata. Immediately the sadhak who is sadhana chatushtaya will be pervading this entire world with oneness. The next mantra which is there, which will take some time to come, is given for the sadhaks who say, no, right now I am not ready to renounce. Right now I am very much interested in action. For them, the second mantra is there. But before that, we have to analyze a lot of things about the first mantra. So what are the different interpretations of this second sentence? Second sentence, lot of interpretations are there because Bhunjita has two meanings, enjoy and protect. Then again, covet. Covet what? Again, there people have interpretation. So first interpretation, protect yourself from the sorrow of the false appearance. Now this we have to remember and be ready after some time to understand. Guruji says that we have to be very alert in listening to this mantra because why you are telling false appearance, we are going to analyze. The second meaning is enjoy the vision of God, bliss of realization by giving up renunciation of three desires. Second meaning, only when I renounce, there is peace and happiness. Third meaning, Gurudev gives two examples. When we are, cutting the jackfruit and eating, we have to put oil on our hand and cut the jackfruit. He says that way you live in the world and transact with people. Put the oil of spirituality and then transact with people. Otherwise, my hands will become dirty, my mind will become dirty. So people are not ready to go out and interact with people because I'm scared that I will get hurt, I will get disturbed because I'm not using the oil. I'm not able to enjoy the world. So God says, my world is to enjoy. Please enjoy. But then use the detachment of oil and then enjoy the jackfruit of the world. Another example what Gurudev gives, that remove the wrapper and eat the chocolate. Third example what he gives, peel the banana and enjoy the essence. If I start enjoying the peel only, even monkeys don't eat peel. That much vivek we must have, that how to enjoy this world. Because God says this is my creation. If you say no. But that also my creation, that we are going to analyze now. What is the creation? What is the cause? What is the effect? Fourth meaning, enjoy what comes from the Lord as prasad. And the next last meaning is do not enjoy that which is prohibited by the Lord. Now all these things, there is a lot of grammar involved. Those who are interested can look into it. Some people break up this sentence as tena tyakte. Na bhunjita. Na bhunjita means don't enjoy. Don't enjoy means how can we not enjoy God's creation? So that way, in grammar, in Sanskrit grammar, you can break up many things and then have different interpretation. So these are the 5 different interpretations what various Bhashyakars have given. All are very good. We can practice everything. But Adi Shankaracharya's emphasis on is protect yourself from false appearance of this world. That is what he has written, and why he has written that we have to remember because we are following his Bhashya. So what is the first? These are the 4 things which are there in this mantra. Now we are analyzing the mantra step by step. Pointers of truth. God pervades everything. Have a vision of oneness. Point number 1. Point number 2, technique of realizing the truth. Renounce 3 things. Renounce the false appearance, renounce the 3 desires, and then realize this oneness. These 3 things will create a vision of division. These 3 things will create a sorrow in our mind. These 3 things will create impermanency, apurnata. Value-based living is given. What is a value-based living? Do not covet. Ma Grudha, save, protect yourself from the sorrow and enjoy whatever situation, whoever is come in your life as husband, wife, children, mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother, father, that is a prasad. So many people ask this question, how can I deal, how should we deal with a person whom we cannot avoid? This is the answer, accept them as prasad. And what is the attitude in life we must have? In this first mantra given, accept, nothing belongs to me. This is acceptance. I must have a deeper core. Acknowledge, 3 A's is a formula. Acknowledge everything is given by God, belongs to Him. And appreciate and be cheerful because everything belongs to God. There is no way for us now to creep, complain, blame, criticize, or find faults because God gets very angry if we find faults in His creation. God says, you don't have any power of creating anything and you are finding faults with somebody else who is my creation. Not allowed. So these are the 4 things. That's the reason this mantra is Upanishad. Actually, for Uttam Adhikari, this one mantra is enough. So now we have to do analysis. Now we have to pay attention, take a deep breath. And very, very important points which are coming from where we will get also the meaning of Om Purnamada Purnamidam. So now we are going to analyze the mantra. So there are 3 laws of causation. What is number 1 law? For every effect, there has to be cause. Law number 1. Law number 2, effect is cause in another form. Law number 2. Law number 3 is very important, which is there in Om Purnamada Purnamidam. If cause is removed from effect, nothing remains or cause remains. That is, if this I understand Om Purnamada Purnamidam. So for every effect, there has to be a cause. The mobile phone in front of you or the laptop where you are watching, it has not come from some universe. There is a cause. Somebody manufactured it, you got it. Effect is another form, cause in another form. If I am having butter, it is curd in another form. Curd is another form of milk. The third, if the cause is removed from the effect, the cause alone remains. So the cause is the Isha. So when we understand these laws of cause and effect, then we have to ask the next question. What is the cause of this world? If world is the effect, what I can see, what I can perceive, what I can feel, what I can touch, what is the cause of this world? There has to be a cause because that is the application of the first law. If world is the effect and something as the cause, we have to find the nature of the world and nature of cause also. So what is pervaded, covered by what? Effect is pervaded by the cause. That's the reason it is when Isavasyam Idagam Sarvam. Isha pervades the Jagat. How to see, where to see this? We see the world. There has to be a cause. World is the effect. God is the cause. Now, so many questions come. Before asking, why did God create this world? Now, this question is going to get answered in this session. Huh? Because this question is an invalid question from Vedanta point of view. So we know the 3 causes to create anything. To create roti, chapati, we require material cause. Then we require instrument, gas and all those things to make the chapati flat. And then there has to be a maker of that particular cause, that is me or my cook. So 3 things are required. To create anything, three causes are required: material cause, instrument cause, efficient cause. So all ornaments, pots, waves are pervaded by gold, clay, water. So from gold is the cause of all ornaments, gold ornaments. Clay is the cause of all pots, clay pots, and water is the cause of all waves. So in the world, the cause and effect both are finite. Now here we have to pay attention because there are so many questions are going to come, which are subject to modification. So this is only related to the example, Drushtanta. Drushtanta is only monologues. We can only take Drushtanta only to understand that point. But here what we are finding is that the gold cannot be the cause of clay. The clay cannot be the cause of gold in the finite world. But here what we are saying is that Isha is the cause of the entire world. God is the cause of the entire world. Those people who do not believe in God, Ishwar, they say, no, I don't believe in God, Ishwar. Nature is the cause of it. Okay, nature. What is the nature of nature you have to define? So inert, finite, limited cannot be the cause of finite, inert world. So now we have to ask one question. This world is there, which is having both inert and sentient objects. And it is constantly changing and moving. What is the cause of this Jagata? Will it be another finite one? This is where the Big Bang theory says that the cause of this world is another finite Big Bang. But then we cannot accept, because once we accept that, there is some inert object which created this inert world. There is some changing object which created this changing world. Then who created that becomes a question. So it becomes infinity going ahead beyond. So the cause has to be sentient and infinite. So this is the conclusion what we come. If you have any questions, you have to note it down and ask after this. And then we are understanding why Lord is saying in the first mantra, Isavasyam idagam sarvam. Isha is the cause of Jagata. But then the question comes that if Isha nature, you are telling Satchitananda, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, you are saying Isha is the infinite, Isha is existence, Isha is sentiency, then how this infinite sentient cause created finite changing world? That is not possible. Hari Om, we have to pay attention how the logic what we are establishing here. Because if we take anything from where we have created, there has to be effect, has to be another form of the cause. Second law. But we do not see any attributes or qualities of Satchitananda, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, unchanging, imperishable, beginningless, endless qualities in the Jagata. So how can infinite move to create finite? Where will infinite move? How can one infinity create many worlds? How can sentient create inert? Infinite create finite? Hari Om, we have to pay attention, because we just say, okay, no, Krishna created, and when we waited there, okay, Vishnu created. No, Vishnu didn't create, Brahmaji created this world. So these questions has to be answered, that how? Before asking why God created, we must ask how. So when we analyze in this way, we come to one very important conclusion, that the material cause, instrument cause, and efficient cause in this is God alone, is Brahman alone. There cannot be two Brahmans, there cannot be two infinites. So God created himself in another form, and that is Jagata. So the material cause also is him, The instrument cause also is him. The efficient cause also is him. What is the example? The spider creating its web from inside. The spider creates his web from his body. So he is the instrument cause, he is the intelligent cause, he is the efficient cause. Just to understand that. So the answer to these questions is that infinity cannot become finite, cannot modify, change to become finite. Now you have to pay attention what Isavasyam Idagam Sarvam means. It cannot. Infinity cannot become finite. Infinity cannot create this world. Infinite cannot get modified into this world. But that means this effect will be without a cause. No. So now we have to go to these three laws of cause and effect also. And what is the conclusion? What this particular mantra is suggesting, and we are analyzing Om Purnamada Purnamidam also. So creation cannot happen, but effect is seen. We are seeing this world. So in one breath, we are telling two contradictory sentences that creation cannot happen, but we are seeing this world. Whenever this situation comes, this is a very peculiar situation when we are seeing something, but creation has not happened. No, I don't understand what you're telling. Okay, you go to Jaisalmer desert. You can see on the land, sand, water. You can see the water, but the water is not there. So what is the conclusion of all this logic, what we are using? So the conclusion is that infinity only appears to be the world. Now this sentence I have to record because we are going to take up one topic which is very important in Upanishad to understand Adhisthana and Adhyastha. If this topic is understood, we can understand most Upanishads. So the conclusion what is coming is that this Isha is the Adhishthan of this world, not creator of this world. What is the example what Guruji gives? A rich person dreams that one has become poor. A rich person appears to be poor in the dream. After waking up, I am already the rich person. So this happens in our day-to-day life. The Janak Maharaj one day slept and then he got a dream that he was caught by the enemy. Then he was left alone. He became a beggar, begged for a food. He was standing in the line. He was not having the katora. Somebody gave him katora. Some food was kept. By the time he was about to eat, one crow came and then took away what he was eating, and he fell on the ground because he had not eaten. And when he fell on the ground, he realized he's fallen from the bed. And then he asked that question where we have that Upanishad Ganga episode. Ye sach ya wo sach? Ye sach kya wo sach? So something is not created. This sentence is very important, but it appears to be there. That is called as Adhishtan, Adhyastha. So this world is superimposed on the Brahman, superimposed on God. Actors are ready to take up roles because they know their identity will be maintained. Otherwise, though, every movie they will get married, every movie, and then they will lose their identity. So now this is very important sentence to remember that Amitabh Bachchan goes home, his wife is Jaya Bhaduri, son Abhishek Bachchan, and he does all the roles outside. In the same way, nothing happens to Isha. Now this is very important. Isha Vasyam Idagam Sarvam. Isha is permeating the entire world, but Isha remains unchanged. Without any attributes, remaining unchanged, appears as the changing world, Jagata. Now to understand this, and implications are huge. Even if I understand this, Jagan Mithya Brahma Satya, here we are not saying even Mithya. The world never happened from Brahman point of view. Even if we understand this and focus from today, Guruji says that we should not give so much significance to what is happening outside and what is happening inside, because again it is only appearance. It is like I assume that my shadow is me. If somebody spits on the shadow, if a scooter goes from the shadow, I go, no, what? You are spitting on me? No, what? I'm just putting my feet in on your shadow. I'm not doing anything to you. That is how we are living. So what are the implications of these are huge. But important point to understand in the first verse is that Isha pervades the Jagata without changing its own nature. And Isha has not created this Jagata, but Jagata is superimposed on the world as Adhyastha, and Isha is the Adhisthana. So we took one concept, is an important concept of Adhisthana and Adhyastha. So what is the relationship between Isha and Jagata, Jagatyam Jagata? Infinity is the substratum, locus, support, Adhisthana Karanam of the world, which is Adhyastha. Example, the movie only appears on the substratum of the screen. Movie is not the creator of the screen is not the creator of the movie. The rope is not the creator of the snake. The sand is not the creator of the mirage. If I ask the sand, if I ask the rope, if I ask the screen, he told, I don't know. I don't know what is snake. I don't know what is movie. I don't know what is mirage water. It never happened from that standpoint of view. Now, this is very difficult to digest. First of all, Guruji gives this words. First of all, it is not very easy to understand. Second, it is not very easy to appreciate. Third, it is not very easy to acknowledge. Fourth, it is very difficult to digest this truth that is only appearance. So itna sab drama chal raha hai, only appearance as a movie on a screen, and we are getting so entangled on the movie, we must focus the attention on the screen. Isavasyam idagam sarvam. So the Uttamadhikari listens to this and then realizes. What is the nature of the cause of this Isha? Truth, Satchitananda, that we are going to discuss on the fourth mantra. What is the proof that Isha's nature is Satchitananda? Because that thing is coming in me. So one proof is there that everyone wants to live, everyone wants to know, and everyone wants to be happy. So if I want to live, that means the natural desire is existence. If I want to know, means natural desire, natural nature is consciousness. And naturally, I want to be happy. I want happiness is not a cultivated desire. It is a natural desire. Swami Advainanji says that these three desires are natural, not cultivated. Food, coffee, pillow, people, these are all cultivated desires. These three are natural. And that is a proof that my real nature is Satchidananda. In Druk Drishya Vivek also, they mention that three qualities belong to Atma, two qualities belong to the object. I hope Sandhya remembers. I had requested Sandhya to by heart that mantra. Three qualities belong to Atma, two qualities belong to object. Brahmatrayam. And now we are going to see that is very important to remember, because again we are going to come to same Adi Shankaracharya is using again and again those words. What is the nature of this effect? This is what belongs to the object, names and forms, which is only appearance. So from today, the spiritual sadhaks doesn't discuss about names and forms and relationships, because our entire life goes into discussing and thinking about some name, some form, some relationship, some action. Now here Ishavasyam says that it is only an appearance, superimposed on Brahman. Think of the reality. You are giving too much significance to what is happening outside, which is only an illusion. Illusion means we are seeing wrong things at wrong place, I am seeing snake in the place of rope. Practice. Drop the attachment to the names and forms and focus on the substratum. Isavasyam idagam sarvam. This is the Uttamadhikari listens, and with this practice, one realizes oneself. Detach from the world and attach to God. Kabirji says, Guru Krupa Anjana Pavat Bhai, Ram Bina Dekhat Nahi. Abhi now everywhere I see Ram only. I got one Anjan from the Guru. What is that Anjan? Isavasyam idagam sarvam. Abhi now only I see one Ram everywhere. Oh, time is up. Sorry. When reality is not known, we take the appearances as real and there will be sorrow. That is what Adi Shankaracharya says. Protect yourself from the false appearing, and that false appearing creates sorrow in your mind. Enjoy the appearance as the movie outside. Inside remain as a witness, which is the reality and truth, which is unchanging. And what is the last practice given? Love all, do not hurt anybody, and do your duty. Now, this is the second mantra coming up. So these two mantras we are going to discuss in detail, because there are two main factors in the Veda, Jnana and Karma. And first two mantras cover both, Jnana Nishtha and Karma Nishtha. Laugh it off. That's the reason Gurudev says, smile. Whatever happens, laugh. It's only an appearance. Everything perceived is only an appearance. This is what we remember, and we will analyze little bit more points on the first mantra in the next, and if possible, go to the second mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.